Please take a moment to locate your nearest emergency exit. Exits are located in the front, in the rear, and on the sides of the auditorium. Thank you.
Please stand if you are able. Today's processional begins with the candidates for the doctoral degree, accompanied by their academic advisors. The stage party is being led by Clemson University Marshal, Dr. David Blakesley.
Please stand if you are able for our national anthem performed by Ansley Hollingsworth, Senior in Performing Arts.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. I hereby open Clemson University's doctoral hooding ceremony. I now invite Dr. John Lopes, Associate Provost and Dean of the Graduate School, to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Blakesley, and good afternoon. Our first speaker is one of the students graduating with us this afternoon. We're always looking for ways to put our students at the center of everything we do. So each semester, we oversee a process in which a group of graduate students and postdoc scholars select a graduating doctoral student to address their fellow graduates. Today, I'm honored to introduce soon-to-be Dr. Brittany Crumley from the Teaching and Learning Program in the College of Education.
In more ways than one, it is an honor to be standing here today. Back in October, the graduate school sent out an email that invited us to submit a draft speech to be considered for the student speaker at graduation. While reading the top part of the email, I thought to myself, who would want to do that? By the time I got to the bottom of the email, I thought, well, me. I have something worth sharing. So the following speech I have prepared from my heart, and I feel compelled to share this specific message during this important life moment. This message is intended for my fellow graduates, but I invite everyone to lean in. Fellow graduates, today we receive a title that has the power to change our lives and those around us. For this reason, I invite you to pause and reflect on your graduate school experience while here at Clemson and your next steps. Moments like this in life allow us to be retrospective in a profound way. During our time at Clemson, we explored new information and gained new knowledge. We even contributed to the greater foundation of knowledge within our own fields of expertise. But I ask for you to pause for a moment to consider that knowledge is good, even great, but informed wisdom is better. To be frank, the world does not necessarily need more knowledge, but it certainly needs more wisdom. Wisdom in how we interact with others, wisdom in how we make decisions, and wisdom in how we communicate our knowledge. After all, the world does not need just more information. Information is at our fingertips. However, let me take a moment to shout out to the Clemson Library and the librarians. I definitely needed their knowledge and their wisdom several times. My challenge to you today is to consider how you will apply your knowledge and how it impacts others in order for it to be actionable intention aligned with your purpose. At this point, I would be doing a disservice to my time at Clemson by not mentioning my background and my research. My background is in early childhood. I am a teacher through and through. For years, I have placed a great value on the emotional experiences of the teacher and the learner. My classroom experiences led me to my research interest at Clemson, which is on mindfulness and the emotional well-being of pre-service and beginning teachers. Throughout my journey, I've always come back to the gratitude as the foundation for emotional well-being. Which brings me to my next part. You may hear me pause to take a deep breath because this is the open heart part of my speech. My mother is the reason I'm here today. Her 2-year journey with stage 4 ovarian cancer was a turning point in my life. I read a lot of books, websites, and I talked to a lot of people. I gained a lot of knowledge related to cancer, its treatments, and even holistic modalities. However, I am here to tell you, knowledge only took me so far. Wisdom from this experience opened me up to the idea that our life experiences do not follow a set of rules. My mother was healthy. The rule book said she should have lived a lot longer. The lack of a roadmap could have stopped me in my tracks, and it did for a bit. Eventually, I discovered the wisdom behind my grief. It was an opportunity to write my own rules for my life. I did not, and frankly could not, defer my dreams and my purpose in this life. I began to create my own rules because life is too short. Therefore, in the spring of 2019, I applied for graduate school at Clemson. My first day of classes was Monday, August 21st, 2019. I know this date well because it was also the day of my mother's funeral. And although I wish that my mother were here physically today, I am beyond grateful for her. She was the ultimate example of compassionate service to others. She provided me with a solid foundation to pursue my dreams. I know I would not be here today without her and without wisdom-based decisions that move me past just knowledge. Additionally, I am grateful for my sister, my niece, and my stepdad. Without their emotional support, I would not be here today. And quite literally, they drove me here today. I'm also grateful for my committee here at Clemson, especially my chair, Sandy Linder. She was the second person I met in 2019 when I was deciding if I wanted to apply to Clemson Graduate School. I sat in her office and I felt connected and welcomed by her warmth and professionalism. She is truly a gem. I share my story to create space for you to reflect on your own journey and wisdom that brought you to today's culminating event. I believe gratitude can remind, recenter, and reinvigorate us, and it is a simple tool that only takes moments yet has a lasting impact. Therefore, I invite each graduate to mindfully pause with me in a moment of gratitude for your own journey. I also extend this to all attendees as well. If comfortable for you, begin by closing your eyes. Taking in a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Follow this intentional, deep breathing a few more times. Each time, trying to go slower and deeper in your breath, while also beginning to recognize the ease and calm feelings in your body. Be here now, in this present moment. Still with your eyes closed, consider your own journey. Bring to mind a person that has helped you to get to this point today. If comfortable for you, picture this person in your mind. Take a moment to reflect on your gratitude for this person. This is where I invite you to speak directly to them, expressing your gratitude for their part in your journey. As a final gesture of gratitude for this individual, I encourage you to place both hands over your heart to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I invite you to say these words to yourself or whisper them quietly again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you may open your eyes. I appreciate you listening to my message about wisdom and sharing in a moment of mindful gratitude together. And remember, knowledge is great, but it is pointless without wisdom to help guide our intentions and our decisions. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Brittany, for sharing your personal and inspirational journey. I think she deserves another round. So let me now introduce our stage party. As I read each of your names, I ask that you stand and remain standing so that we can acknowledge you. And I ask the audience to hold your applause until I introduce everyone. First, I am delighted to introduce members of the Board of Trustees. Ms. Kim Wilkerson, Board Chair, Dr. Lewis Lynn. Please help me thank them for their leadership. We also have with us executive officers, deans, and special guests. As I read each of your names, please stand and remain standing so we can acknowledge you. And please, I ask the audience to hold your applause until I introduce everyone. Dr. James P. Clements, President. No, we can do that. That's good. We feel the same way. But now please hold your applause. Dr. Robert H. Jones, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost. Our new Dr. Felicia Benton Johnson, Vice President for Diversity and Inclusive Excellence. Dr. Tanju Karanfel, Senior Vice President for Research, Scholarship, and Creative Endeavors. Dr. Kimberly Poole, Assistant Vice President for Senior Associate Dean of Students. Dr. Paula Agudelo, Associate Dean in the College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Life Sciences. Dr. Shaima Clark, Interim Associate Dean of the new College of Architecture, Art, and Construction. Dr. Michael Lemieux, Associate Dean in the new College of Arts and Humanities. Dr. Brian Miller, Associate Dean of the College of Behavioral, Social, and Health Sciences. Dr. Carl Hollingsworth, Associate Dean of the Wilbur O. and Ann Powers College of Business. Dr. C.C. Bates, Interim Associate Dean in the College of Education. Dr. Oliver Myers, Associate Dean in the College of Engineering, Computing, and Applied Sciences. Dr. Steve Krager, Associate Dean in the College of Science. Dr. Ariel Turner, Associate Dean in the aforementioned libraries. Dr. David Blakesley, President of the Faculty Senate and our University Marshal. Mr. Jake Anderson, President of our Staff Senate. Dr. Natasha Krum, Associate Dean for Academic and Student Affairs in the Graduate School. Dr. Marika Van Pembroek, Associate Dean for Professional Development, Health, and Well-Being in the Graduate School. Dr. Brian Dominy, Associate Dean for Academic Policy and Program Effectiveness in the Graduate School. Dr. William Farrell, Dean for Curriculum and Academic Integrity in the Graduate School. Please join me in thanking them for their service and leadership. I'm delighted to welcome all of you to our December 2023 doctoral hooding ceremony, including the many students, family, and friends who are watching the live stream of today's event. We're so very glad that you could join us for this very special celebration. So I ask you, isn't it wonderful to be here today in this beautiful building to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of our graduates? So we are here to celebrate you. I do want to ask you to indulge me for just 1 minute to acknowledge a person who has made important contributions to the success of graduate students at Clemson University, including everyone graduating today. Dr. Brian Dominy has served as Associate Dean in the Graduate School for 6 years. Dr. Dominy leads a process called GAPS that assesses the progress of every graduate program at Clemson and is critical to ensure that our programs are constantly improving. He's also responsible for creating and improving the policies and procedures that govern every aspect of a graduate student's career from admission to graduation. We recognize Dr. Dominy as a thoughtful and compassionate leader for his tireless commitment to student success and as a model of dignity and integrity. As his tenure in the graduate school comes to an end, please join me in thanking Dr. Brian Dominy for his extraordinary service to the community of graduate scholars. This ceremony also highlights the critical role of faculty, especially faculty mentors, each of whom spent countless hours working to help you get here today. Without them, none of us would be here today. Please help me thank them for their excellent and tireless work. One of the best aspects of working in academia is that we get to be part of some of the happiest, most important days of your lives, including graduations. Today is a special day because we all know the immense amount of intense work you had to put in to get here today. We know how rare it is to earn a doctoral degree. It's natural in a moment like this for faculty to reflect on their own graduate school experience. And even though I earned my PhD in a previous millennium, I can remember preparing to TA a laboratory course, staying up all night studying for an exam or preparing a presentation for a national meeting, and of course, defending my dissertation. I recall the challenge of trying to get 5 professors on my committee to show up at the same time in the same room so I could defend my dissertation, and you all know what I'm talking about. Shoot. This thing is really not going today. Excuse me for just a second. So I imagine I must have felt pretty nervous going into my defense, but what I actually remember is feeling the sense of accomplishment and calling my friends and family afterwards. I also remember going out to celebrate with my wife, and for once, not thinking about how much it would cost. My dissertation work and most of my professional career took place in a laboratory setting, because I'm a geneticist. But we all know that a doctoral degree is about being a lifelong learner. And lately, I've been learning a lot outside of my discipline. I've been focused on the history of graduate education at Clemson. So I've been looking through the archives of old graduation programs, graduate catalogs, and even minutes from the Board of Trustees meetings. And I've learned a lot. For example, the first graduate degree was awarded by the Board of Trustees in 1924. So you are all invited back here next year to help us celebrate 100 years of graduate degrees at Clemson. Today, as you walk across this stage, you'll receive a commemorative pin. This pin features a Clemson logo that was in use in 1955, the year the first doctorate program was established at Clemson University. As we designed this pin, I took a look at the graduate catalog from 1955. I wanted to learn what it was like for our first doctoral students. And I discovered that in 1955, a doctoral student had to have a reading knowledge of French and German. Just curious, of the graduates, how many of you have a reading knowledge of French and German? Raise your hands. Oh, I got good news. I did confirm it's no longer a requirement. I felt the need to check. You can imagine today could have been a pretty awkward day. I've also been thinking a lot about the different experiences that doctoral students have and how they will affect you moving forward. There's obviously the coursework and the professional development activities. Very importantly, there's the work that's represented in your dissertation. And it's true that we get immersed in the research, scholarship, and creative activities that take up our lives 24/7 for years at a time. It is that singular focus that makes doctoral work truly unique and special. There's also the network of colleagues and friends you established at Clemson. And that network will continue to grow. Most importantly, there's the very special community of Clemson scholars that you join today. There are more than 54,000 living alumni who earned Clemson graduate degrees, and 12 of them are over 100 years old. I think we can all aspire to that. You're now a member of an impressive community that came to Clemson from every state and territory in the U.S. and dozens of countries around the world. Now, being part of this community comes with a big responsibility to contribute to the reputation of this special institution that painstakingly nurtured your professional growth. Now, while it's true that every student's experience is unique, your story is made especially unique by the interesting challenges that you faced. You've been equipped with all the tools needed to truly make an impact. How to learn, how to create knowledge, how to innovate, and how to lead others through the example of service. Most importantly, you leave here today knowing the commitment it takes to live up to the highest standard of excellence we have demanded of you throughout your time at Clemson. Now, we know that you will pursue very different paths, and we're 100% confident that regardless of the path, you will be successful. You will do great things. And so wherever you go, we ask that you remember that your journey took you through Clemson University. We will remember you. Excuse me. Please stay in touch, because we look forward to hearing about your future successes. My heartfelt congratulations, and go Tigers! It's now my great pleasure to introduce our Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost at Clemson University, a scholar and a leader in the truest sense, Dr. Robert H. Jones.
Thank you, Dr. Lopes. Much appreciated. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. I'm really pleased to be here at this very special event. My job is to cover a couple of housekeeping items. Graduates are going to be hooded right here on the stage by their major advisor and an associate dean. Each graduate will come up on the stage over on this side, to the left of the stage to you, and then the stand as the doctoral hood is placed over their shoulders. There's a spot right here, a big green square, where you would stand so that you can be hooded, and it's important to do that so that the photographer can get a great picture of the hooding process that you'll treasure, I'm sure, for the rest of your lives. Then the graduate will cross the stage to receive congratulations from President Clements. At this moment, now that I've dealt with the particulars, I'd like to share a little bit with you, especially for the people who are families and friends. I want to talk about some perspectives on the major advisors for our graduates. For doctoral students, the major advisor is an accomplished faculty member of great importance. Together, the advisor and student spend many hours creating new knowledge and sharing it with the academic community and with the public. As you can imagine, their relationship is strong. It's the core of the student's doctoral education, and it's often the student's most important starting point for a career. For all doctoral students, several faculty, in addition to the major advisor, also provide significant advice and guidance. It truly takes a village to support each of the graduates who are here today. Clemson University is grateful for the efforts of our faculty and for their advice, and we are proud of the successes that they and our doctoral students achieve together. And now, it is my honor to introduce a strong advocate for graduate education and faculty, a person who inspires all of us to do our best, a national leader in higher education, and very fortunately for us, the president of Clemson University, Dr. James P. Clements, who will officially confer today's degrees.
Well, thank you, Dr. Jones, and thank you for the great job you are doing as our Executive Vice President and Provost. Will you please help me thank him for his incredible leadership? Good afternoon. Go Tigers. I'm honored to be here with you on this very special day. Welcome to our doctoral hooding ceremony. And let me start by saying to all who are graduating today, I'm really proud of you. Really proud of you. And I'm thrilled that we are together today to celebrate you as you walk across this stage and properly mark this major achievement in your life. You did it. You made it to the finish line. Today we celebrate your hard work and your incredible accomplishments and the value and the importance of graduate education at Clemson. We recognize the contributions that you have made through your studies and your research that is driving innovation and generating new ideas and expanding the knowledge base of Clemson in the world. And as you very well know, doctoral education is a very challenging, very lengthy, and demanding process. Only 2% of the U.S. population has earned a doctorate, but you did it, and you had a lot of help and support along the way. So let's take a moment to recognize the family members and friends who nurtured you, who supported you, and who helped to make this day possible. To all of the moms, the dads, the spouses, grandparents, children, siblings, aunts and uncles, family members, friends, mentors who are here with you today, you honor us and these graduates with your presence. We owe each of you special thanks for the important role that you played in helping these amazing scholars achieve this remarkable goal. I think you deserve a round of applause. I also want to recognize and thank our incredible and talented faculty and dedicated staff whose commitment to excellence helped to ensure your success here at Clemson. I would like to ask our faculty and staff to please stand and accept our deep thanks. I would also like to extend my congratulations to any faculty or staff member who have furthered their education and are receiving their doctoral degrees today. In preparing for today's ceremony, I thought back on my own academic experience, and I remember my elementary school teachers calling me professor because I was a very serious student and I wanted to help others learn the subject matter. And I remember my first day as an undergraduate student, sitting in my very first class, listening to my professor and knowing that it was exactly what I wanted to be. That was and still is my dream job. Little did I know at that time just how much effort and hard work it would take to qualify for my dream job. And I remember one of the most important lessons I learned from my parents, and that was the importance of a college education. My parents didn't have the opportunity to go to college due to financial constraints, but they instilled in me and my three older siblings the value of a quality education. They urged us to be passionate about the transformational, life-changing power of education. We were the first generation in my family to go to college, and we were taught that education was the path to a better future, not just for an individual, but for society as a whole. And we listened. Between me and my three older siblings, we earned 11 college degrees, including 7 graduate degrees and an honorary doctorate. And I believe one of the proudest days for my parents was the day that my brother and I received our PhDs side by side on stage. And to this day, that is still one of my most favorite memories. And I hope that today is all that you treasure and think back on for many years to come. You have demonstrated incredible courage and determination to earn your doctorate. You have worked on your degree through an unprecedented global pandemic. Many of you have children, spouses, parents, or other loved ones that you had to care for during this journey. You had jobs or research assistantships which required your time and your attention. Some of you are also first-generation graduate students, like I was. Earning your doctorate isn't a quick process. It's a journey, and it takes years of your life, and usually in a season of life when there's a lot of change. As I said, it's not easy to obtain a doctorate. As I mentioned earlier, only about 2% of the population in the United States has a doctoral degree. When I talk to individuals who recently earned their doctorate, and I ask them to describe their experience and what helped them to persist and graduate, they often say it's a testament to perseverance, that they just couldn't give up, that they were determined to make it. They also say that it can be lonely and that you need a good support system. But ultimately, it's you who has to do the work, the research, and put in the time and the effort. Indeed, it takes determination and courage. You are each determined and courageous scholars. These traits will serve you well in life. So please, never lose those traits. And as our student speaker, soon to be Dr. Brittany Crumley, shared with us, knowledge is powerful, but gratitude and action are transformational. As you enter the next chapter in your life, I encourage you to reflect on the positive seeds people have planted along the way. For me, I think about things like my teachers when I was in elementary school calling me professor, my parents instilling in me the value of a quality education, and a mentor telling me that he could see me as a university president. They were all planting seeds in my life, and for that, I'm forever grateful. So I want to challenge you, as you reflect on your own life, to pay that gratitude forward and plant some seeds. You never know the impact that you might have in someone's life. Someone who might eventually become a Clemson Tiger and earn a doctoral degree, just like you are about to do. Now, I would like to ask the candidates for the doctoral degree to please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my immense pleasure to present to you the doctoral class of 2023. By the authority vested in me by the Clemson University Board of Trustees, I now confer upon you the doctoral degree with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereto, and as testimony thereof, I present you with a doctorate from the university. Congratulations. You may now be seated. I'll ask you to please come forward with your advisor or designee.
The College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Life Sciences. Dr. Jingge Danny Huang. Dr. Olanrewaju Adebowale Oladosu. Dr. Adam Wheeler Gore. Dr. Christina Melissa Leard. Dr. Stephen Paris. The College of Architecture, Arts, and Humanities. Dr. Ajay Suresh Jadhav. Dr. Jiaying Dong.
Dr. Farnaz Kanya.
Dr. Saida Sobhaninia. Dr. Jonathan M. Burgess. Dr. Heather Faye Hartness. Dr. Shelley Lloyd. The College of Behavioral, Social, and Health Sciences. Dr. Alexa Francis Bessie. Dr. Anna Maria Veronica Wolf. Dr. Ingrid Nyonza Nyakabwa. The Wilbur O. and Ann Powers College of Business. Dr. Slava Gloria Ferguson. The College of Education. Dr. Marquise Quattel Clark. Dr. Ezra Courtenay Cowan, Jr. Dr. Katie Norman Davis. Dr. Mona Lisa Dixon. Dr. Jennifer Beth Ganan. Dr. Taylor Bryant Herring. Dr. Edward Alexander Kameen. Dr. Ricardo Devon Robinson. Dr. Maureen Sheehan Tiller. Dr. Tennille Woodward. Dr. Oluwadara Ayokunle Abimbade. Dr. Brittany Kayla Crumley. The College of Engineering, Computing, and Applied Sciences. Dr. Nathan James Goulet. Dr. Hong Ming Fan. Dr. Gregory Halsey. Dr. Jonathan Glenn Haywood. Dr. Michael Anthony Kurtz. Dr. Brendan James Miller. Dr. Zhao Zhang. Dr. Anamul Haq. Dr. Kelly Marie McCourt. Dr. Stephanie R. Claubert. Dr. Mark Andrew Pittman. Dr. Stephen Patrick Vicchio. Dr. Omar Raed Abuode. Dr. Wei-Chi Wang. Dr. Azadeh Family. Dr. Arwa Al-Subi. Dr. Simeon Ayo Babatunde. Dr. Rhonda Nicole Tobias. Dr. Munim bin Ghani. Dr. Jennifer Page Schaefer Brown. Dr. Mojtaba Kanbarzadeh. Dr. Mariam Soilalu. Dr. Bo Gregory Shelbley. Dr. Xiaohan Ma. Dr. Nathan Kenneth Brown. Dr. Omar Marwan Isa Hussein. Dr. Shivode Kala. Dr. Sohrab Karmakar. Dr. Yuxin Li. Dr. Janrui Liao. Dr. Christopher Michael Nealon. Dr. Ethan Sungwon Ko Westcote. Dr. Brandon Eugene Williams. The College of Science, Dr. Jin Cho. Dr. Chuan Liang.
Dr. Christina Marie Parman.
Dr. Joshua Saliutama. Dr. Megan Veronica Novak. Dr. Saduni Satsarani Arachi. Dr. Leonage Mayura Sankalpa Silva. Dr. Sarah K. Weiser. Dr. Travis Ray Alvarez. Dr. David Luke Frost. Dr. Kanan Kamronahar. Dr. Adam Hosier. Dr. Joshua William Kern. Dr. Mung Ke Lee.
Will you please join me in congratulating our newest doctoral degree recipients? We know that you will make us proud. And more importantly, we know that you will make a positive difference in the world. I hope that your Clemson experience has been everything that you hoped that it would be, and that we instilled in you the core values that we hold so dear: integrity, respect, diversity, patriotism, excellence, and self-reliance. I hope that we challenged you and inspired you to think critically and to be engaged with your community and the world. You just earned your doctorate from our Carnegie Tier 1 research institution, a very prestigious group of universities in the United States, classified as having the highest level of research activity. You leave this university with exceptional academic credentials, and I encourage you to use your talents and your education to make a positive difference. Some of you earned your undergraduate or your master's degree at Clemson, so you already know that at Clemson, a degree is highly regarded and highly regarded around the world. And you know that the Clemson family is very special and very real. For those of you who earned your previous degree at another institution, today you become a Clemson alumnus and you join a family with more than 180,000 living members around the world. All of you are forever connected to this great university and to this community of scholars and to every member of the Clemson family. And as part of the Clemson family, I also want to challenge you to be that supportive friend, that loving family member, and that same type of caring mentor for someone else, just like you had during your journey here at Clemson. And I ask you, again, to please use the knowledge that you gained and the research that you performed to make a positive impact on others. Congratulations again, and go Tigers.
Okay. Will you please stand and join in singing the Clemson alma mater?
Where the Blue Ridge yawns its greenness, where the tigers play, here the sons of dear old Clemson reign supreme alway. Dear old Clemson, we will triumph, and with all our might, that the tigers' roar may echo o'er the mountain height.
Please remain standing for the recessional of the stage party, followed by the graduates. You are dismissed after the graduates exit the the auditorium. Okay.